barbers across the world, giving them the blueprint on how to make $6,000 every 2 months. That's right, $6,000 every 2 months. People are shaking your head like, ain't no way. Where he going at with this? I can't believe this. Well, guess what? I got news for you. It's true. So the first thing you want to do is go to the barber owner, if you're not an owner, and ask him, will it be okay for you to do contract haircuts? If he says yes, you good. If he says no, keep on working until you get your own barbershop. Moving right along. Once he says it's good and he's good with you to do this and move on, then you go find you 40 people. Find you 40 customers, like from 40 to 50 years old, 40 and up. Because these guys right here just want like an even all over, a temp fade, a ball fade, and just simple haircuts for your best interest. This way you dictating the you want to cut. So you take 1 week to find you 40 people before you start this program. Once you find 40 people, then you got to grind. You got a whole week to go get 40 people. It's not hard to do, but you got to grind. Get out there, go out there and talk until you find 40 people who want to commit to this program. Once they commit, that week coming down forward, passed on at that week you get ready to do, now you do the math. $150 up front for 2 months. Tell them you're going to cut their hair anytime they want to for 2 months with $150 down. Again, $150 times 40 is $6,000. Now, the operation hours. You're going to be going to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. 8 in the morning to 2 o'clock p.m. Be on time. 8 o'clock don't mean 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock means 7:30. Because when you go in there, you're going to be having customers there. If you go in at 8, they still going to wait about 15 minutes before you get set up. So you need to be in there at 7:30. See, once you start making this kind of money, you ain't going to mind being in there that early. 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That means you off Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, them 3 days off, you have money in your pocket, you got time to spend with your family, and you ain't in the barbershop all day. I've been cutting for over 20 years. I won't do that no more. Not standing in no barbershop and cutting all day, then you waiting for people to come in and out and try to make at least $100 to $200, and you in there at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Not gonna work for me. So I'm telling you, that's what you do. Now, as far as the contract, when they come in, you make sure they have their ID so you can match their ID with the contract. That way, you know he got the contract, and even if you know him, it's just business. If they come in the barbershop wanting service with the contract and they don't have the paperwork or the ID, you can't cut their hair. They're going to get mad, but so what? Because check this out. When you go to a bank and you don't have your ID, you ain't going to be able to cash your check. Ain't no different. It's a known fact. The bank will not cash your check. They don't care if they know you or not. You're not getting your check cashed. Well, you ain't going to get your hair cut neither if you ain't got that contract or your ID. Moving right along. Now, some barbers if you don't have a barbershop, just rent out a suite. Same thing. Couple of chairs for your customer. When they come in at that time, make sure you got them. You write down the time when they coming in. You in a private little suite, making the same kind of money doing the contract, and you ain't got to worry about nobody. Just you and your customer. Because a lot of times, a lot of barbers, they ask questions, about what they need to do to get built up, or how you supposed to handle this customer or that client, or how barbers bump heads and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. So what you do is get you a suite, and you ain't got to worry about it. Now, going back to the barbershop, a lot of times it's a known fact that if you're a barber, you should always have your hair cut. A barber should never cut when his hair is not tight. Period. Barbers, you can say what you want to say. You got to have a tight cut. How you going to be a barber and not have a haircut? Some barbers might disagree. They ain't worrying about that. They just making money. That's fine. But when I go to a barbershop, I look at his cleaning area, his tools, making sure he's cleaning his tools, and looking at his haircut. That's who I want to get in the barbershop, in the chair. That's my chair. Some people are different. You can't be running around eating a hamburger trying to cut. Or if your customer's sitting in the chair and you run outside and smoke a cigarette or something for a whole 30 minutes. Ridiculous. You got to also be professional. Don't care how good you cut. If you ain't got no professionalism in you, it ain't going to work. Now, you can still make money not being professional. But them the same type of people acting just like you would. If you're not professional and you don't care about making your money, you're going to get them unprofessional people. Yeah, money is money, but I don't want that kind of money. I want to feel comfortable when you come to the barbershop. Moving right along. Now, think about it. You ain't got to stand in the barbershop all day. You got plenty of money in your pocket, and you're off 3 days. And guess what? When 2 months is up, they're going to renew, just like a phone bill, just like a cable bill. $6,000 again. Now, I said 40 because that's a good number that you can, it's a great number. Because even if 40 people came in, but 2 o'clock you close. So they need to get in there early. They know you close at 2 o'clock. And they already know if you understood before they sign the contract. So if they get it, they know when I come to the barbershop, he's going to be done at 2 o'clock. So I need to get in there from 8 o'clock to 2. I got to get in there. And again, when they come in there, you might have 20 people in there. It don't matter. This is what you're getting your money for. So be it. And again, them same 20 people can come in the day after or the day after that. It don't matter. What can you do to their head? Absolutely nothing. So barbers, I'm telling you, this is the blueprint. You can make you $6,000 every 2 months by doing barber contracts. Some people ain't even heard of it. And some people, they give discounts. I ain't got time for all that punching holes and discounts and stuff like that. Nah, $100, $150 up front, get your hair cut for 2 months. As simple as that. You sign an agreement, I sign an agreement. Bam. But this is very important too, barber. You got to do what you say you're going to do. Now, if you sign this contract, if you're going out of town, you better let them customers know so they can get them days back. But you better be there at 2 o'clock unless it's an absolute emergency. That's why you got them 3 days off. So you got plenty of time to do what you need to do. But them other days, you need to be at work 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Simple as that. And barbers, if you don't believe me, try this in your barbershop right now. All you barbers right now, as you cutting in your barbershop, start this contract up and watch what happens. When you start when you get about 5 customers and you cut 5 people's head and then you leave at 1 o'clock with a half a G in your pocket, the other barber's going to look at you like, man, hold on, wait a minute. What the joker gone? He done made $500. He ain't even in here. We ain't here playing. Man, to each his own. Barbers do what they do. They want to stay in a barbershop all day, so be it. Have at it. I can't do it. So barbers, again, you heard it live from MC Reggie Fresh. I've been cutting over 20 years. I'm telling you, you need to do barber contract. Do something different because you already know if you get the same customers every week, you already know what your money is like. That ain't no fun. But when you getting big money, you already know that's great too because you get it and then you can go do what you want to do. Go wherever you want to go. $6,000, folks. Now, I told you, that's 40. You can do whatever you want. You can say 60. You can say 70. But when you do say that, there's more people, but you're going to have to stay in the barbershop a little longer. But I'm giving you the basic blueprint that's going to be great for you. Time with your family, money in your pocket, and you ain't got to be in no barbershop all day. Now, when I say you got to be there at 8 o'clock, it means 7:30. You need to be there at 7:30 waiting on your customers before they get there. Because if you open up at 8, you don't be there at 8. Now that's 15 more minutes for you to get set up. Because these people have things to do. When people make an appointment, they expect to be in the chair at that time. Be considerate. If somebody say they got an 8 o'clock haircut, you need to be there at 7:30 so when they walk in the door, they can get in your chair at 8 o'clock. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is the blueprint. MC Reggie Fresh, if you got any questions, inbox me. I'll give you more information if you need to know anything else. But contract haircut is the way to go. MC Reggie Fresh, and I'm out. Peace.